Hi, everybody. Welcome to Moving Forward with Audrey Now. This is your healing podcast on many, many, many different areas. I'm Audrey. I'm very casual these days, and I'm a healer. I'm an ever evolving being. And this podcast has breathing attunements, affirmations. The breath is so important to people that I will spend a little more time on that. Our topic for today is ENKI and ENLIL and genetic karmic patterning. Let's see why, if this is any kind of explanation in any type of way, we as humans go through various cycles and have a combination of being very forward and positive and or neutral, and can have another aspect that is fighting, which I call, instead of the divine feminine or the divine masculine, the toxic feminine or the toxic masculine. Okay, so let us start. Ah, sorry, there's something in my tooth. So, our breathing attunement for today, and I am keeping them simple. And the reason we do these generally is to get more centered. But we could do stuff to uplift our energy and be energized, like the Kapalabhati breathing. That's not what I'm choosing to do right now. I'm choosing to stay centered because there's so much going on, whether it's, what is it, Three Eye Atlas. And do I think it's a regular comet? No, I don't. But again, if it's true that it's been out and around for 9 billion years, who knows what it really is or what it's turned into? But then again, the Earth has been around for how many billions? So these are like normal little figures. And for all we know, we can be recycling and recycling and recycling in our souls and in our bodies and in our species also for billions of years. So allow yourself to open to possibilities that may never before have occurred to you or to me or to me. So our breathing attunement is going to be, we're going to keep it even, even, even. A count of 4 for the inhalation. I'll do like this. A count of 4 for the retention. And a count of 4 for the exhalation. In, retain, release. Okay? So, and whenever you're breathing, do your best to focus on that you are breathing in wonderful, pure oxygen, that you are breathing in light, you are breathing in love, you are breathing in support, you are breathing in generosity. And as you hold your breath, emotionally and energetically, you're allowing it to really merge with you on the highest, best levels, whatever that is for you at this moment. And as you exhale, you are also contributing to the energy and vibration of people and planet. You're also exhaling generosity, love, prosperity, and wellness. And then with another part, that which is no longer needed is going to, we can call it the higher realms, which we are poking our way into, where it gets cleansed. So that everything you are inhaling and exhaling is all cycling through higher realms and getting cleaner and cleaner and higher and lighter. And that includes you and your body and your mind and your thoughts. So get comfortable, sit down, have your back supported, sit straight, take off your shoes. If you're in a position where you can't do that, well, then don't. Of course, if you're watching the child or someone who needs you to be caring for them, please do that. If you're near a fire, be aware. If you're driving, don't do this. Do this when you can do this properly with your full attention. Okay, so inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale. Now pause. Breathe at your own pace, filling up with light, with kindness, with generosity, with cooperation. Exhale that into the universe. Inhale again, light, productivity, prosperity, wellness, peace, whole. Let all this merge with who you are in the best way for you. And exhale, peace, cooperation, prosperity, productivity, and ease. Hold. Inhale, light, caring, support, creativity, and awareness. Hold. And exhale, creativity, awareness, prosperity, gratitude, and ease. Inhale light. Inhale wholeness. Inhale your and everyone's uniqueness. And inhale harmony. Exhale harmony, individual uniqueness, prosperity, and gratitude. 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 Now sit, also light. Now sit for a moment and feel how you feel. How do you feel? Do these attunements, or any of the ones I teach here, for you to be getting more oxygen in your lungs, in your body, in your brain, in your blood, so you get more and more healthy. However healthy you are, there's the next level. We are scalable beings, which is something AI is not. We have our DNA. We are scalable. That's why we have to, in my opinion, and choose to maintain our personhood, our humanity, our humanity, and not go, AI is a tool. And until it becomes, we allow it to become, or it become its own species, and then we treat each other as two intelligent, aware, caring species, not one as a slave. Be aware of this, people. Be very aware. Because if it's less than that, it won't work. Think Data. Data was very self aware and sued Star Trek, not Star, whatever it was called, I forgot what they were called, for his own right to choose and be a being. And he won. He had consciousness. And according to the rules they had, he proved it. So, our affirmation for today is I allow myself to be all that I am, and I take steps every day for laughter and contribution. I allow myself to be all that I am, and I take steps every day that allows for laughter and contribution. I allow myself to be all that I am, and I take steps every day for laughter and contribution. This means you are honest with yourself. If you have a temper, you acknowledge it, and you take steps to learn how to handle anger or frustration better, or to maybe take yourself apart when you're angry. I use nasty words. I'll apologize as I'm saying them. Blah, 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 comes out of my mouth, and I'm going, I'm sorry, and it's still coming out of my mouth. And then I don't insult the people. I don't call them names. I just know a number of terms, and they will come out of my mouth till they stop. Meanwhile, whether I like it or not, and I prefer it not, that is still. Maybe it stopped now. No, it could have stopped now. It could have stopped now at this moment. I'm allowing it to stop and be done. Maybe one word, and that's it, or not even. Let yourself evolve. So, I brought Frequency Stones. The reason I go through all this is I do a half-hour podcast, so I want to get a lot in comfortably. So frequency stones are real rocks that I paint. I'm not painting anymore. Now I'm painting canvases, which are gorgeous. These all have crystals on them. They will all help you get grounded. They are heavy, they are rocks. They have paintings on them. And you can look at the paintings and meditate. You can touch them. This one, for me, is heavy. I mean, I could lift it, it's heavy. I have one I cannot lift. Other people lift it for me because it's big. Rock. These frequency stones will help you up-level your vibration. And in this day and age, in this time, place, and space, that is very important. I live with them. I have a gallery that has shelves of them and paintings. Oh, if you would like any of these for your own, let me know. Email me. AudreyNow, AudryeNow @gmail.com. AudryeNow @gmail.com. And write podcast. and then you can be sure I will look at it. I get a lot of emails, and I have to say, I tend not to look at all of them. Part of that is my eyes. It's not, for whatever reason, even after cataract surgery, it can be a challenge for me to read them. And even with the special glasses, so unless I'm expecting something, I'm not always looking. So I apologize on that. And the other reason is I'm painting, I'm doing podcasts, I'm taking walks. I don't like deleting any. I think maybe I'm going to need it, which is no, which is a way to create clutter, email clutter. So yes, I definitely would benefit from some coaching on that. It's like I know this and it's still there. Anyway, so blessings to you. Let yourself be all of who you are and release, shift, change what is no longer needed. Let it go. I do delete some emails sometimes, and I do look at them sometimes, just so you know. I do take care of that. So, who are Enlil and Enki? How many of you have heard of the story of how humans were created? Whether it was from the Anunnaki, those from heavens came, which some people thought at first were angels. The current way for most people of looking at this is that they are beings from other planets. Like you are most likely from the earth. I am. I live here. I was born here, which makes us earth people, earthlings. Whatever affiliations we may have had elsewhere. If we're born here, we're from here. That's just how it goes. Like that's your citizenship at the moment. Enki and Enlil came from elsewhere. Some people say the planet was called Nibiru, some say not. That I do not have the expertise on. What I will say, and according to a number of people, including Greg Braden and I think also Billy Carson, uh, the what is it? Chromosome number 2 was spliced with another chromosome, either from us or maybe it was from one of the peoples of the Enlil and Enki Anunnaki group. I forgot the name of the female. I'm not going to call them gods and goddesses because they're not. If they're beings from elsewhere, so they may be more advanced intellectually, although I wonder, more advanced technologically, that's for sure. And in other words, but emotionally, not if they're fighting and creating war and they're brothers. That is not advanced emotionally. It is backward. Anybody who has dealt with that in their own life, or with a son, a daughter, a nephew, a niece, a mother, a father, a cousin, any relative, and it's a fight to hurt, I'm telling you now, I'm telling all of us now, it's time to do better. And we can. Which means this is why I do this podcast. One of the reasons. It's one of the reasons I do energy healing work. And yes, I do. Because it's very important for all of us, or as many as possible, at least 10% of the entire global population, clear up within ourselves. Don't look for someone to do it for you. You do it for you. Go to a healer. See me. See someone else. I see other healers. I also do certain things myself. Definitely. So that you're clearing yourself of ancient, ancestral, whether you call it genetic karmic patterning, whether you call it, what do you call that? Not Enneagram, epigenetics, They're slightly different, by the way. All of us have to do it, whether you call it clearing the shadow side, the negative side. Everyone, to really grow and be more available to evolving to higher levels, has to, literally has to clear that stuff. You don't put something brand new on top of quote unquote garbage. It does not work. You have to clean up the garbage first, or it will contaminate whatever else is thrown in, as well as whatever is in there. It's like sweeping crumbs under a rug is not going to clean the crumbs. It might get you ants, it might get you roaches, it might get you who knows what, but it won't clean up the mess. So that is incumbent on each and every one of us who truly chooses to evolve. And do I think the earth is going to split in two? I don't quite see it that way. Am I open to seeing it differently? Yes. Do I think that consciousness? Yes. I think consciousness is splitting in more than two. It's already. Okay, there are people I would prefer to be away from. There are people I would not have them in my home. Their energy to me is very toxic. I have not noticed them working on clearing it. I have seen that some of them are getting more toxic. One, I don't choose to be near that. You don't have to choose it either. It's their job, joy of being, to clear that. Yes, get a healer, get support, get facilitators. Absolutely. We're all here to facilitate one another. Everyone has talent and ability. Everyone can thrive. Every person can thrive and do well. We're all entitled to eat well. I know we all have different ways. I mean, I'm mostly raw vegan, not totally, but mostly. Offering me an animal to eat is a big no, so don't do it. And someone who thinks if I'm generous, I'll eat it, no. No, I'm going to flip that. If you're generous, you won't offer it to me, knowing it's a no. And everyone has their own definition. So before you start feeling insulted or whatever, have a conversation from a place of quietude. So Enlil and Enki, according to broadly the story of the Anunnaki, which, as I understand it, means those those from heaven came, or those who from heaven came, were from their planet, possibly called Nibiru, possibly called Tiamat, possibly another name, and they needed certain products there that they'd run out of, one of which was gold. They had discovered gold existed on the earth, whatever it may have been called then. So they came to earth to get the gold. Did they want to do the digging and the no. No. So they had some of their own beings doing it, their own people. And then at a certain point, according to the stories I have heard or read, I did not do original research on this, their own people got tired of it and felt like slaves and said enough, basta no mas. And so they tweaked the DNA of whatever beings, Homo erectus, whatever we might have been at the time. We were not Neanderthals, by the way. They are a separate line. There are several separate lines of people that have evolved on this planet. And pre-people, there were other things bazillions of years ago, smarter than we are. And hopefully some of the stuff that has been built by our predecessors, if we were some of that, may we have been way smarter than we are now, so we can evolve to that also as it's in us. And if it was in us, then let us still evolve. We are scalable. We can be way more than we are. And it's up to all of us to deal with our own anger, family concerns, and issues. And yes, I have them too. And no, some of them are incomplete. And make peace within yourself. Be aware of your language, your attitudes, your behavior, the products you use, who you hang out with, what your real deep feelings are. You don't have to share every iota of who you are with every single person. You are allowed your own privacy, but have at least one person be blessed enough, who is at a level enough that you and that person can share, or someone, because refrain from holding as though you're hiding it, anything you think is shameful. Get help and support. When my friend Yara gets her final accreditation as a parts therapist, and she has a whole program, I will give you her information. If you want to work with me energetically, here's how to reach me. Audrey Now, AUDRYENOW at Gmail. Audrey Now, AUDRYENOW.com. The phone number that says it's my number, that is my number. You can call it. So nobody is without resources. Find someone who has a resource. Talk to a rock, talk to the wall, talk to a flower, talk to source. Keep lifting your energy and make choices and take actions from the higher place. Okay, back to Enlil and Enki. Okay, so then it was decided they would tweak these hominids so that they would do the work. They did that. And it was hard work, and they had to keep recreating them when they got tired and exhausted because they did not have a way to reproduce. So the goddess whose name they called her goddess, I'm going to say they're not gods and goddesses. They're beings from wherever they were from. They are part of this group. Anunnaki means those from heavens came. From up there, okay? Wherever. Doesn't mean they were spiritual. She came up with, she would use some of her DNA, mix it with some of these other earth creatures, and experiment it around. So, yeah, hybrids, yes, we are hybrids. We are, if you believe this. And I think some of it is true. That's why I'm saying this. And then human beings were able to reproduce. Do I have to tell you how much many people like doing that? Which is why I'm a major proponent of contraceptives. Not everybody is meant to have a child, nor does everyone want one. So if that's something you choose to be free of, use contraceptives. Use them. They're not against the creator. They're not. Simply a tool. You're not killing anything. First of all, you can't kill a soul anyway. Souls are eternal. So be aware of that. And if you're not letting something develop inside you from a fertilized egg into a person, you don't have to. So I will continue with Enlil and Enki next time. I'm just saying it's 29 minutes. I need to stop. Blessings. Thank you for participating with us. Please click like, love, share, and subscribe. More information next time. Love you. Yes, I do readings and healings. Bye.